years of telling stories. And the story is that the sun and the wind wanted to have a competition to see who was more powerful. And so the wind looked down to the ground and saw a traveler walking along a hillside. He had a coat on him. And the wind said, I bet that I can blow that coat off. I could get that coat off of this traveler faster than you can. So the sun says, okay, I'll take you up on that. So the sun hides behind a cloud, and the wind blows and blows and blows and blows, puffs, and just gets exhausted. It's just blowing so furiously, putting all his might into it, all he can, and all the traveler does is just grab that coat more and more, tighter around his body for warmth. And finally the wind gives up, says, I can't blow anymore, there's nothing else I can do. The sun comes out from behind the cloud and just shines nice and bright. Nice, and the wind has already expelled all his energy, so it's just a nice breezeless kind of day. Takes off his jacket, folds it into a pillow, and takes a nap under a tree. And the sun wins. And the idea behind the story is that force never works. You can do it as long as you can do it, and you can try and make it work, but it's not going to work. It's just going to make people hold tighter and tighter and tighter to preconceived notions or values that are insubstantiated. And in order to persuasion is greater than force is the idea. And so this album that we have, North Wind and the Sun, is a bunch of songs that we've put together by different artists that we think represent many of the problems in the world today. And our next album, which we will call All for the Girl, will be what we think are all the solutions. Oh, wait, I think we found it. But I mean, we just want to say that's what the meaning of the album is for. That persuasion is much more valuable than force. And if you can try and persuade somebody, if you can try and convince somebody, if you can try and see eye to eye and through listening rather than yelling, then I think we'll be in a much better place.
And that brings us to the Black and Tan Fantasy, which is the first song on the North Wind and the Sun. And part of what it has to do with, it's a Duke Ellington tune, and we tie it to the story of integration, because during segregation in America, you couldn't, black folks couldn't just walk into a white club and listen to music, and in a lot of places, you would be very awkward if you walked into a black club if you were a white person. But the Black and Tan Club in whatever town, Black and Tan would be the place where, at least late at night, people of any color were welcome to come in and commingle. And so that's very meaningful, obviously, to the two of us traveling around the country playing this music. And the fable also goes that Duke Ellington or some of his band members, more likely, came to the Black and Tan Club in Seattle. And Ben and I are two of a bunch of partners who are working to reopen a new version called the Black and Tan Hall. It's going to be a venue in South Seattle, and it's going to be in the spirit of the old Black and Tan. So keep your ear to the ground for that. It will be opening next year. Or
it's mostly so we don't have to scour the country looking for gigs.
And it's going to be a sweet club. It's going to be a sweet little hall. So
here's the Black and Tan Fantasy.
Black and Tan Fantasy. Duke Ellington.
Thank you.
What's our thing?
We got lots of time.
25 minutes?
Yes.
Sweet. Awesome. All right, what do you want to do now, Joe?
Well, I'd like to do Timberbound for these folks.
Yeah, we haven't done Timberbound. What do I play on Timberbound?
So somebody around here had asked me to do some more of our, I come from Northwest Oregon and was interested in the sawmill songs from my neck of the woods. So this is kind of one of the touchstone tunes that was written by a couple, John and Kim Cunnick. They lived out in the woods in an old logger's cabin in Kesey, Oregon, outside of Vernonia. And they wrote a wonderful batch of songs together. And tragically, John passed away, crashed his car and died. And Kim wrote, put all of their songs into a songbook called the Timberbound Songbook, very obscure. And it's just all these wonderful portraits of life and people out there where I grew up. And so this is really some local, recent Northwest folk music that wasn't made for commercial purposes, but just made for the joy of music making and for telling stories. And so Ben and I have interpreted a lot of these songs, and this is the title song from the songbook, Timberbound. So you got to know that a timberbound tree is a curved tree, looks reconciled to the shape it's in, but it's under a lot of stress. And so you put a tree like that, you cut it down and put it through a sawmill, and two things can happen. One, it can snap apart and create a very dangerous situation as the tension is released, or that the saw will get pinched by that tension and it'll stop even the powerful saw blade. And so the song goes, swear to God, my friends, there's times I've been timber bound like you. So it's John Connick writing some beautiful lyrics, the metaphor of the timber-bound tree. So here's one from Oregon for you. 2, 3, 4. Every living creature is a part of what it seems. Wake here in the morning as a child of last night's dream. As the sapling has been twisted, so this tree's been turned around. I living and breathing, sing here, this poor boy been timber bound. I've been snowbound, I've been waterbound, I've been bound to travel too. Finding in the bands of love and love did a time or two. I've been pointed to the firmament, I've been bound to love the blues. Swear to God, my friends, there's times I've been timber bound like you. Now there seems to be a gap, so I won't go into here. I know there was a sunrise, World War II was in the air. But I carry still the name I bore some few that I was called. Prayed at night a child of mine might bear no name at all. I've been snowbound, I've been waterbound, I've been bound to travel too. Finding in the bands of love and love did a time or two. I've been pointed to the firmament, I've been bound to love the blues. Swear to God, my friends, there's times I've been timber bound like you. I lived on Felon Baker, Lord, I love that slender town. Seemed to me the misty past, I took the long way around. Seen the circle squared in cedar, saw the saw go spiraling round. As I waited by the carriage with my mind on timber bound. I've been snowbound, I've been waterbound, I've been bound to travel too. Finding the bands of love and love in a time or two. I've been bonded to the firmament, I've been bound to love the blues. Swear to God, my friends, the times I've been timber bound like you. By some breakdowns and I did not have a tool. Lived out my life from hand to hand, been a harp short as a rule. Well, I've spoken to musicians, shit, I've listened to the blues. The board is down without a song, the board is paying some dues. I've been snowbound, I've been waterbound, I've been bound to travel too. Finding in the bands of love and love did a time or two. I've been bonded to the firmament, I've been bound to love the blues. Swear to God, my friends, at times I've been timber bound like you. I've been bonded to the firmament, I've been bound to love the blues. Swear to God, my friends, at times I've been timber bound like you.